Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Grime Game, playing Disco Elysium. As always, behind the controls, I'm Nutchucks, and with me, as always,
Peering over your shoulder and judging silently, or not so silently, is Browbeat.
indeed. So, let's take a look at the ledger and see what we can do. Nope. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Nope. Smoker on the balcony. So in about 30 minutes, we can go do that. We already
30
asked.
minutes?
No, 30 minutes. Or 35, technically. Because you have to be there anytime after 2100.
Uh-huh. We could just stare at Renee and Gaston for half an hour, I suppose.
We could.
Their balls keep moving.
It won't stop. Let's see.
A lot of shit happening Wednesday.
Sing karaoke. Still haven't found that yet.
No, man, you gotta find a sad banger to make that happen.
Track down my badge. Haven't done that yet. Victim's tattoos. Ask another about possible meaning. Who can we ask about the possible meaning of his tattoos?
Somebody who knows the tattoo, and I don't think we've met that individual yet.
I'm gonna assume not. We can go sniff speed.
Oh, fuck yeah, that should be number one.
How do we go find who has speed, though?
That is a seriously important question. Mon Dieu, this pain is exceptionally bad today.
What's down here? We've gotta find her husband.
He has his sandwich. Well, I don't know if you'll find her husband because you're a fuck up or two. So
Yeah.
that's really difficult to get anything done. But Billy, if you remember her name, is in fact missing a husband, and we've established that it's not that guy.
It's not that guy. They can't call it a day.
You cannot yet call it a day. No, the game is a half an hour away. If you are aggressively in need of burning time, there may be interactables in your inventory that might do that. Ooh, oh, that's just the control panel. I thought it was a person.
Butter sign down.
Butter sign down. What motherfucker breaks down a butter sign?
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
What is Samaran butter?
Visual calculus. Medium. 11. Attempt to reconstruct what happened here.
Nothing more to see here.
You know the way we play it. We gotta go with that. Ooh.
Ominous daredevil feeling, but maybe you have stuff to help your visual cal. At least ask. What is butter? Yeah, the game had an update, by the way, since we were playing it.
Oh, it
Whatever
did, didn't it?
is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
Yeah, dip out for a second. And then open your skill menu. Notice that the skills we have invested in have color and the others don't. Or at least have way less color. Tiny touch. Doesn't even matter. But I'm very happy that's the difference.
Visual
All right,
calculus is a 1.
It is a 1. Click on that. Uh-huh. Intellect base. Some thoughts are in the way, but maybe we have something. Maybe there's some binoclard apparel we can apply. Possibly. Or maybe even,
Yep.
yeah. That's a thing.
+1. No. So we can get
I will say,
+1.
Since the release on console, on a TV, when I played the game, the text size was a big pain point. But after several updates, it's become quite comfortable to read. The downside is that the words bar on the right side of the screen when you speak to people, that fucker runs out real quick, so you gotta scroll way more up and down. But luckily, we're on the PC, so that's the superior platform, right?
Yes, PC Master Race.
PC Master Race, let's get in there.
A crumpled
Unless you want to save.
Samaran butter
went up.
soaks in the canal.
All right, well,
Two
we're gonna hit it.
ugly
We've already heard
lines,
it.
Just
Wow.
tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
We can bump it
Well-
up and then try it again.
We can. You can do that. That is an option that you can make. If you had cigarettes, it'd be even better. But I'm not saying the chemical dependency is a positive way to engage your life.
Don't I have cigarettes?
Have booze.
Thought I had
No.
cigarettes. Oh.
I think those are gone because we used them.
Oh, that's right, we did. All right, well, it looks like let's bump it up. I want to reconstruct this. I don't know why. We got 95
Yeah,
out of 100. So let's...
you'd be amazed how many correct ways there are to play this game.
There's no wrong way.
A crumpled billboard reading
58%. Let's try it.
soaks
Uh-huh.
in the canal. Judging by the size
Alright, we
of
got
the
a 12.
impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Look at the crater.
Look at the roof of the shack.
The sloping metal roof panel.
Look at the broken post.
Look at the sign.
Look at the opposite bank.
Blink.
I saw blink at the end down at the bottom, and I about said look at the opposite blink. Oops. Well, we're gonna start at 1.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour.
So what? Roughly 21 miles an hour?
Are we doing the math?
I think so.
Let's see.
0.6. So 0 carry the 3. 18. Yeah, 21.
35 kilometers per hour. Wow, you nailed that. Good job. 21.7.
Oh, look at me. Yay, I feel special.
Yay!
Look at the roof. Go number 2. Look at the roof shack. Roof of the shack.
The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
Look at the sloping metal roof.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp.
I mean, it's
The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then
You
it
can still-
continued its flight, taking
Very
the
much-
billboard with it.
wow. Sorry, my bad. You can still very much die moving 25 miles an hour, but that's a reasonably low speed takeoff.
Well, you're trying to jump an embankment here, so if you don't clear it enough and you're hitting a roof, you got to think that's probably a very front-heavy car, probably motor in front. It's going to tip right as you get airborne, start going down. I mean, you'll get up a little bit, but then it's going to start tipping. So I don't know if 25 is going to be enough to get that over that embankment there, or the canal.
Having considered the Kinema, although we haven't done it in a little while, I would not assume that these vehicles are front heavy.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know the world enough. Well, let's
Hey.
go with...
There's no steering wheels in Disco.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. Look at the sign.
The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
What was the model of this phantom vehicle?
There are 2 good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linéaire G22.
Why the Capri 40?
Why the Lune G22?
What now?
Let's go with 1.
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage.
He spelled tires with a Y.
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump.
Visual calculus, you are so cool when you work.
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure.
Oh, that's it.
Oh. Well, we had a McConaughey moment there. Cool for us.
The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Kim sees your jaw working furiously, thinking, hey, when he's ready to talk, he'll talk about it. Detective,
Any theories about what happened here?
he gazes down at the sign. It looks like someone was in a real hurry.
Reckless traffic, hooliganism.
In Back to the Future, they said that as crazy drunk drivers. Some top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand.
I don't care, and it's not really our concern.
Well, clearly it's number 4. No.
I'm thinking 1.
Okay.
Nah, I'm going 2.
Are you being like, it's the detective dad joke? Well, somebody had to go to the bathroom real bad.
Reckless traffic, hooliganism, because that's what that was.
What kind
Yeah.
of car do you think it was?
I think it was a Capri 40.
I believe it was a Lene G22. I'm going to go Capri.
That's quite likely. from what I can tell.
He seems impressed. I have some ideas about who it might have been.
Yeah, I have no idea. Sorry, I have no idea who it could have been.
Oh,
He raises his eyebrows. It had to be someone really cool and courageous.
It was someone dangerous. Perhaps this someone connected to the murder.
Actually, never mind. I need more evidence to come up with a list of suspects.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking it's 3.
If that's consistent with the detective you have in your head, sure. But I'm
It
gonna
is
go
not.
with it's not consistent with the detective we've made so far.
I'm gonna go with 2. I think that's more of the detective we created.
the traffic hooliganism? I hope not. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
Conceptualization, challenging. Try to come up with a convincing explanation for the driver's actions.
We should bring this driver to justice. Take the task.
Let's move on. We've learned all we can here.
Oh, going with conceptualization.
You know about Jacob Earl?
You've thought of a very touching story. It's shit, though.
That's okay. I love shit stories.
Maybe I shouldn't tell it if it's shit. Now we're going 1.
Well, you're in luck then.
See, Kim, what happened here is the driver was a man whose wife was about to give birth.
Yes, this is good. This is very good.
He was out drinking with his pals when he got the news, and flushed with paternal pride, he got into his Capri at once and raced to the clinic.
Yes, that could very well have been it. Now let's move on. We're not traffic cops.
But Kim, let me finish the story. Banger!
We should take the task. What do you think?
Absolutely, we should take the task.
If we must.
Yeah, suck it.
I'm not expecting him to get far with this. The lieutenant consoles himself.
And that only took 9 minutes.
After all that, yeah, it's intensely bizarre experience when reconcile how fast you live in your head versus the world.
Traffic hooligan.
If insane joyrider has jumped over the canal, see if you can find evidence of his reckless activity in West on the coast. First, you should find the vehicle joyrider used in their escapades. We keep forgetting, session to session, that there's also writing in the quest log, but that's okay. Tiny sacrifice.
Is there?
Well, I mean, the words aren't fucking fully dry. Find car! That's not what that says. Those 2 paragraphs, they have flavor.
That's a good point.
Every piece of writing in this game has flavor. I've jerked it off enough, I think. It's kind of sore, and there's a weird oozing thing happening, so I'm going to lay off for a bit. Who am I kidding? I can't stay away.
Damn it.
Okay, go. Well, if you think you're thoroughly out of stuff to do, Chucks, do you feel that way?
I do. I feel like I'm in a rock and a hard place.
Okay, well then go in your inventory and find an interactable, and then just like touch that with your dick for a while. Oh yeah, racist mug, absolutely. Every time,
Just
racist
a
mug.
Racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Got it.
But it will not happen. The mug talk is exhausted. It is time to return to work.
Now it's like your racial insensitivity is being admonished.
Crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots, with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon.
Uh-huh.
Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper, yet you're drawn to it.
Guess you're just messed up on the head, man.
Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with the Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
You ever have that, Chucks, where your brain is saying, you should do this, and you go, yeah, got it, good idea, cool, and then you just don't. And your brain says, I just fucking told you what to do. You go, got it, yeah, good idea, and you don't listen. Ever have that?
Yeah, I've done that a couple times. Buy pants from Kuno. We can go do that.
We're too broke for that, but sure.
We got 22.
Okay, let's go talk to Kuno. I mean, I'd always relish the opportunity to speak to fucking Kuno.
Like how he refers to himself in the third person. That is a nice touch on the character.
Hey, man. Kuno is Kuno, know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno volts. Empathy.
Mm.
Hey, Kuno. Got any speed?
Nope, can't level it up.
You're close, though.
Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin.
Can I have some? Just a little.
You're yanking my chain, aren't you, kid? No, fuck it. We're going one.
Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit. You don't know Kuno.
He's not worried about prison. He just wants to antagonize you.
Hey, cool.
He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow. You need to befriend him first.
Kid, you just became my special interest. In the creepy way. Guess you gotta find some way to empathize.
I gotta get some more.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Fuck you too, Kuno. I gotta find a way of getting more experience.
Again, the literature in your possession is not exhausted.
That is not, is it?
No, you have to read to see what's going on. But you gotta, commit, because right now you're browsing. Who put the clothes in the trash, though? Who? Oh my god. No, you can't. Not right now.
No.
Again, take one of the folded paper items in your pockets, start staring at it, see if there's new words.
You take the legal documents out of
Nope.
the envelope.
Okay, what else you got?
An intricate web of blue. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
Who are
For
you?
you to discover.
Nope, sorry.
You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
I didn't say skip shit.
Someone close to the victim might know.
Let's,
Gone.
Okay. Well, that's all you got for now. Then, look at the La Femme. Did you read all the communist articles? Did you though?
No, you find
The
out.
front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why antlers?
Why Friesel?
Flip through the pages, see what catches your eye.
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it. A shameful way to treat a former king, even one as underwhelming as Friesel. Because
Graffiti.
Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
Oh, Chucks, you hate this.
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
I want to catch up on international developments.
What is Kunst und Kultur?
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Put the magazine away.
Let's read the editor note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going a la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
Wait, so is Mazov just saying shine on, you crazy diamonds?
That's what it sounds like.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Whisper. Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
Play it cool. Pretend everything's in order. Well, we're going with our guy. We're going to do number 1.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
International developments?
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine.
This is boring.
Also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border. Something about bear wrestling in Samara. Book riots in Yugograd.
Yawn, world events.
You really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are.
Hey, you feeling called
You
out,
flip
Chucks?
back to the front
Yeah.
of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Yeah, you spent a minute reading that. Just flip through it.
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Read the profile of CS.
Just a moment. What is this? Tip-top tournée?
Sounds dull. Return to the table of contents.
Let's read the profile.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. That certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony.
Oh, yeah? Cindy? Okay. Just a moment, though.
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Scene death toll. Okay, Daytona. All right, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers.
You think that?
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
What's so bad about sponsorships?
What's wrong with the good motor crash? They just keep it interesting.
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price, Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
That's true.
Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Hey, Chucks, how real is this right now?
Pretty real.
Because I was listening to an ad that was targeted at me, I suppose, because at some point it must have heard my wife complaining about dinner plans. And the ad said, "Man, before this highly convenient, affordable service just for you, dinner was such a fucking drag. But now, thankfully, this competing popular service of food delivery is available to you because it's so convenient. So, won't you give me some dollars?"
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all. That's all commentary. Who cares, right? Right, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
That's a pretty good opiate for the masses. No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing.
Whoa, you're right. I'm really, I really am just in it for the race, for the violence. Excuse me about said racing.
I love watching rednecks turn left in a circle. You know, that's what I like.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
That's very
This
cathartic.
flimsy magazine is right.
Excuse me.
Deep down, you know the only true stakes are life and glory, or death by fiery dismemberment.
Yes, I've never thought about it that much.
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Wow, that is so convenient. Kim, did you know that Tip Top Tourney is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea.
Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
What's your takeaway, Detective Chucks?
I'm gonna go with 1. Feel like it's 1.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
The lieutenant furrows his brow. I wonder what else is really just a metaphor for life under capitalism.
It's too bad. I thought I liked Tip Top. Let's go 1.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed.
Are you
If I
saying there's
had to
biases?
wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table
Hey.
of contents unfolds before you.
Hey, Chucks, look at the time.
It is.
We did it. We did it. You can put it away. You can save the new stuff for later to burn time later on, if that's what you want. Now, again, it's not saying skip because the writing here is quite good. But you wanted to get to 9 o'clock, and now we're at 9 o'clock, so we should probably walk back around the neighborhood.
Yeah, probably should.
Yeah. You know, it's horrifying just to think back and think, oh shit, we're still at Tuesday. Oh my god. What is this game? Wrong direction. There you go. Yeah. Flashlight points the way. Where did Billy go? Why is everyone inside? Where did the sun go? Why is everyone leaving me? And shit like that.
I got another hour before I can get the dice.
Well, go talk to the man with a shirt.
Talking about, what the hell's his name?
Hey man, go north. There you go. Along the shelled, ruined coastline. Take an easterly dip into the neighborhood. Check out the wall that you can't do anything with. Speak to Kuno West, who will say, "Get the fuck away from me."
What's the ball say?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, good modifiers, honestly. The +4 is nice.
18? Yeah, I gotta get a 12.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
You know, it's really cool. That check unlocks every day. Something about that wall is calling to you, man. I'm just saying.
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig!
All right, girl. Okay. Maybe you don't get to see my sidearm today. How about that?
Gotta get up there. What was room number again?
I'm sure you made a note about it.
Yep. Apartment 28.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Let's go see that. It's curious to find you in this position because as a player, you're thinking, oh gosh, how do I just advance the time? But as the characters, I mean, this is legitimately interesting because you think to yourself, I have certain due dates and obligations, but I can't get there yet, so what do I do in the meantime?
Hmm. Do. Nope.
Nope. You gotta hug that outside wall. No, sir. Behind you. A thought.
Just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect the symbol closer.
Disregard thought. No, we're
The
inspecting it.
star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution.
It's a 100-year-old meme.
Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
Why white?
What does it evoke in me?
Let's find out.
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it,
Oh, just too convenient.
because white is the color of peace. Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways.
You know, when I played this game for the first time in April, I didn't really understand the idea of thoughts hurting me physically, and now I do. Chucks, it's the bottom left corner.
Oh, balcony. The
Yeah. Again, it's, people with high solidarity can say stuff like, yeah, that didn't bother me, just suck it up, it's fine. But no, the realities we craft in our minds are intensely real, sometimes more so than what we see with our eyes.
yeah. Something.
Philosophy, kids. Philosophy. Hey, who's that motherfucker, and why is his shirt open, and why do I like it so much?
Well, let's find out.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Oh, fuck that shirt. We got your hint. Found the key right under the stone.
Leave.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes?
Honestly, I'm just trying not to screw up anything up.
I'm not gonna make things right. I'm gonna make them spectacular.
Ignore his question. I was hoping to talk to a possible witness. Your balcony overlooks the murder scene. Let's go with one.
Beautiful.
Says again, a nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
He nods towards door number 28. Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Very well, I'll talk to him. But first, I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
Yeah, let's go 3.
That's nice,
Okay.
but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up. one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Run where?
But I just found you again.
Go, if you must. I don't care. I don't care about people leaving me all the time.
I feel like our guy would say too.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He gestures towards the distant motorways, all leading to Golden La Delta. Pause for a second, Chucks.
Mhm.
You're looking out from that balcony and away from the shitty neighborhood. And you just see motorways and car lights and life happening like 7 miles away. You can still see it. Maybe 1 mile away, just to make it super depressing. The world is moving out there, and you're here on this cold night talking to a man with his shirt can't close.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Feels.
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out the booze.
I hear that.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
All right, go then.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
What's the connection?
What do you mean?
Why is Kim reacting at all?
Because he probably thinks he knows more than what he's leading on. That he wants him to stay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We'll talk. Just not
The
tonight.
smoke. The smoker assures you, brushing his hand through the hair.
Take care, alright?
He says with another disarming smile before slipping off into the night. There's something different about him I just can't put my finger on.
Let's go, Kim. We have to interview his Sunday friend. Yeah, let's go one first.
Different, of course.
His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
He's such a good listener. I like talking to him.
There's just something so mysterious about the way he talks and moves.
He smells good. Why on earth does he smell good? Smells so good, excuse me.
Up to you, buddy.
Let's go
Something
three.
so mysterious about the way he talks.
The lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. Very mysterious.
Very. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He nods at the apartment door before you. Jux, any additional context as to the end of the conversation?
No.
Okay.
No additional comments at all.
Thoughts? Feels?
I don't, I let him go, but I feel that's how my character would play. In real life, you don't let him go.
Hey Orbs, a quarterly business magazine. Before I talk to you, let me just case this joint. An old photo of the same apartment, dated the year '01. That's a 50-year-old apartment. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. What's under there? Oh. A Samaran conical hat. Dishes soaked up in a pot. An empty ashtray. If stability is ensured, progress will naturally follow. Not to spoil. Flyers for underground parties. Before you talk to him, use your detective sense. Is there any other container in this room you haven't? Oh, right there. Also, this apartment, it's not a shithole, but... Hey! Party Dragon's silk robe. Let's talk about that. Also, no downsides. That is an explicitly positive item. Those are rare. This sleazy, silky bathing robe in vibrant blues features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has been provided for fastening. It's culturally insensitive, but only for people who are not from Seoul. The real Seolites probably don't care. +1 drama, become the dragon. +1 electrochemistry, become an addict in a strange barreling room. This tawny cone-shaped hat looks like a beacon of Samaran wisdom. Its straws sticking up like antennas. Thank God you can't really see people's reactions when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece. +1 logic, super logical for a cop to wear this. -1 suggestion, insensitive bachelor party vibes. Oh fuck yeah. Oh my god, yes. Yes.
Yeah, drunk Raiden.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of like a homeless Raiden Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I
vibe.
think you gotta take off the shoes. I think at that point you just take off the shoes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
This is
Good.
this is how Raiden actually should look after losing 9 tournaments in Mortal Kombat. Like, fuck it, I'm never gonna win one of these. Ah, fuck the earth.
Well, Necrid must win.
You have acquired the hat. Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
The man assesses the situation. He reacts to you.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior.
Before we go on, Chucks, why is that?
I'm not sure, because he's dressed nice and speaking in a different language.
Why else?
I'm not sure.
What is the RCM?
Oh, yeah, it's a militia. It's the police.
And who gives RCM authority?
What the fuck is the group? The overseas group.
The moral intern.
Yes.
So you're speaking to a predatory bureaucrat, sir. Watch your ass.
Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
Also, his background is mostly blue.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Also,
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
what's happening here? We're here to talk to his Sunday friend. These two guys are just friends. They meet up on
Right.
Sunday. Mm-hmm. No, this seems totally above board, man. This is cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here. Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
I love you, Half-Light. Point at the bed. Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy.
Point to the silk robe. Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from.
Point to the Samaran hat. We'll get to that right after you tell me the story behind this black Samaran hat.
I'm gonna butcher his name. Get down to business. Hello, Mr. Villa. I'm gonna call him V. I'm not fucking this up. Let's get started. Sorry.
I think Vildouin is probably somewhere pretty close.
Yeah. Well, Vildouin. Yeah, close enough.
I mean, we got to talk about the important stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why is your friend's shirt open? No, for real, why is his shirt open?
I don't know. I feel like we need to talk about the silk robe first.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly,
Okay,
the shop is now out of business.
I need to make this like real and gross. Of the two of them, who gets to dress up?
Oh, it's definitely the shirtless guy.
Are you sure? Because I would not immediately jump to that conclusion.
I wouldn't either, but I just have a feeling he's the guy who likes to dress up. He likes to Buffalo Bill it, wear the robe, tuck it between his legs, play that creepy song, and just look at him while putting on lipstick saying, "Would you fuck me? 'Cause I'd fuck me."
Fuck me. Goodbye, horses. All right, go on.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony. All right, Gendo. Cool.
That didn't work at all.
Fuck.
What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him, not compliment the decor.
Shucks, I'm disappointed in you.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
You actually witnessed the lynching.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
Can you tell me about your friend and why his shirt is open?
Thanks, I've got all I need. That'd be some
Yeah. Hey, what about the rope? Cool, I'm outie.
Where'd you get this rope from? Oh, thanks. That's all I needed. I'm out.
Interview complete.
Just see Kim like, God damn it.
His head spins around like an owl. Yeah.
Let's go with one. No, I'm kind of curious. Let's go with two.
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
So you're some kind of bureaucrat.
What is this international community?
So what is the price stability?
Enough business. Let's talk about something else, like my lost gun.
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
Oh, the
You could
forces
say
landed.
I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Oh, when they landed here, casually, because they just wanted to, not in response to any other political interests. That's cool. Yeah.
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter. La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
I want to address this as well because it's fun as a foreigner. The in-group calls itself we're an international community because we belong together. And then the outside group, which is where you belong to, the Revacholians, go, yeah, those guys. That's a very important distinction because that determines a lot of the attitudes for every policy you make, period. But what is the price stabilité?
No, let's go with it.
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
That clears everything up. Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's something both of these are something he would say, but we're going one.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Oh, you fucking bureaucrat.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stabilité works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
This is fascinating, but I wanted to ask you something else. Yeah, we're going one.
But not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Hey, Chucks, do you know what defenestration means?
Defenestration? No.
Defenestration.
No.
It's a highly specific word that refers to a person being thrown out of a window.
Oh yeah, that happened in Prague. Defenestration of Prague. It happened twice when they threw the church or essentially the government officials out the windows.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you have a connection. He's standing in front of one, and I want to commit defenestration to this man. even though he's doing what I do. I just don't like that I'm seeing it.
Did we take the pamphlet?
Yes. Are you asking for one more item in your inventory to get access to writing in this game? Then the answer is absolutely. I hate
Sound
you. Give me
monetary
the pamphlet.
policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the
Yeah.
reason why I identify as a moralist.
Shut the fuck up and give me the pamphlet.
But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
I need you to die. I've heard about this moral intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
Babies. Turn to Kim. So what I'm hearing is that we're moral intern bitches.
Oh, turn to Kim. So we're actually working for the Moralitern. That doesn't seem so bad. Sorry, I can't get over the bitches thing.
Within earshot, like clearly, excuse me, 90 degrees. Fuck.
Did I just hear him correctly, Kim? Were there bitches? Like, oh, motherfucker. Yeah, we're going with
Kim,
that. I love that
Kim,
one.
I was not aware of this. Kim, I need clarification right now. Hold on, sir. Kim? Yeah, go on.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Turn back to the Sunday friend. Are you a bitch? Excuse me. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But why?
Am I a moralist? I feel like that's what he would say. But we're going one.
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Turn to Kim. Lieutenant, are you a bitch? Excuse me. Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
But what is a normal, stable world?
Martinez doesn't seem very normal. Or stable to me.
Yeah, we're going one on this too.
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Revachol.
Ah,
Kim,
so
that's
he's a bitch.
Kim, that sounds like bitch to me. Yeah, exactly. Same conclusion.
A very moralist answer.
The man nods.
Can we just like Gerard Butler, Leonidas Spartan kick him out the window now?
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
All I'm saying is the character that we're speaking to right now is very well written in order to evoke a reaction. And commonly speaking, that reaction is relative to defenestration.
It is.
That's what I'm going to say. But what is a normal, stable world?
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with number 2.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action.
Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians.
You said that wrong. You were supposed to say Revachol. Never mind. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital.
It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D. None of the above. Is that moralism?
Yucks, up to you, man. It's all gold.
Well, we went with communism earlier, so we got to go with number 3.
I was thinking more nationalism. But yes, please. Go with communism.
What are you talking about, 2? No, I go with 2.
I'm saying you pick, honestly.
I'm going 2.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Oh, you bitch.
Your full autonomy is important, I agree. But it's an ongoing process. Nothing happens overnight. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sir Leclerc.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
I have
It's
a,
funny. Go ahead. Yeah.
I have a feeling this guy is supposed to represent America.
I was just going to mention that Bush Jr. probably was really big in the Freedom Index.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's-
I really miss Ron White as a comedian and his ridicule of the color-based warning system, and his entire solution being that there should be 2 levels of danger warning, 2 flavors, 2 solutions. 1, go find a helmet, and 2, put on the helmet. That's about the level of readiness you really want to advertise to your people. Just saying. Yeah, Chucks, you and I both don't like this man for similar but distinct reasons. And again, the writers very deftly wrote in a bureaucrat that you and I chafe against. And that all that means is we're both poor. That's what that means. Because if we weren't, we'd be into this guy. But we're not.
Indeed. All right, next one.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Okay, what makes Revachol Leclerc's darling?
That's nice of them.
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
So fucking telling. Enough
Whatever
business.
you wish, officer.
Hey, it's the first menu that we saw last year.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
The man gives a solemn nod. Turn to the lieutenant. This is just the break we've been looking for!
Is it because you did it, Mr. Velodrome?
Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
For a second there, I thought you were insulting me. Like, oh.
Delete the save file. Begin again.
Let's do that.
Easy, detective. No need to jump to conclusions.
His eyes. He eyes the spectacled man near the window, who smiles and spreads his hand. The detective feels a powerful urge to defenestrate the motherfucker.
Yeah, we're going 3 now.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was
Lieutenant,
so
it's-
strange. I could
Sorry.
barely comprehend what was happening.
Notepad.
I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one.
Okay, I need Chucks to do this. In your mind, maybe not out loud, picture this character we're speaking to, the Sunday friend, describing, entering the man with the shirt. How politically ambitious do you think that description would go?
Pretty damn. I'm pretty sure he'd be very descriptive on how he would do it.
But at the end of his description, it'd be G-rated filth. Nothing he said would be incriminating, even though he described entering another person
Yeah.
sexually. But you never know it, because based on what he said, oh, wow, you had relations. That's fantastic for you two. Did he come? Sorry. Go on.
That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Oh.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
How many of them were there?
What happened next?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
Classism.
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Wait, how many Hardy Boys are there?
There's about 10.
Oh.
I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Half-Light, you're betraying me.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men? Women?
Were they coach cuts? Kips? Those funny squinting men?
I shouldn't emphasize this, but koikos is the
Koikos.
appropriate slur,
Yeah,
sir.
I couldn't remember.
But I mean, as a law official, I need to ask you: option 2, how real is that? Just to save time, not because of hatred, just because. All right, nail it down for me. Which branch are we dealing with?
You don't use any slurs like that. You would ask them like black, white, Latino, Asian.
That's
Eh.
too vague. I need time savers, man. I'm on the clock. Let's do this. Which flavor of bad guy was it?
Most people, unless they're assholes, aren't going to use any racial profanities or racial slurs.
That's good. That's very good to hear. I just need you to memorize the word koiko so you use it unintentionally in your interaction. Option 3. What happened next?
Let's go with 1.
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
We're going 2.
Those funny... Oh, officer. That kind of language is unbecoming of an officer of the RCM. I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Aeropagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
Okay, hold on. Examine his answer, and then look at the cowardice and fallacy within it.
Oh, I already saw the fallacy. He said he couldn't see anybody, but he says most of them are white. 2 were Aeropagats, and 1 had he could tell the accent. So he heard them and saw enough to see what skin tone and color they were, so he's lying to us. He has already contradicted himself.
Yeah, absolutely. But I need to ask you, why would you take a complicated word like areopagite when the word kipped will do just fine?
Because in official police interviews, you don't want to come off, because if it ever came out, in a real situation like this, if it came out and you used a racial profanity, just to save time, to make it a SpongeBob quoted sentence enhancers,
Yeah?
you would...
Yeah, I didn't know that, but good for you.
yeah. There's a whole episode where they like make boats and dolphin sounds, but it's supposed to be like the F word and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So what would happen is if you go up on a stand and you saw that you used that word, because there's recording and body footage and everything, body camera footage, you would be dragged through the mud and your testimony would be tossed out.
Sure, by uninvolved personnel, but what officially what the officer said is, "Hey, were any of them black?" And then the officer said, or the official said, no, well, how could you possibly say that to me? But a couple are probably fancy black. Yeah, fancy black. That's the one." And that's just situational, but the idea is that authority and force are extra focused on a specific group of the population for rightful or wrongful reasons. Hard to say, but the reason we pause here is because this is just a video game. Who gives a fuck? Except it's highly reflective of what happens right now. Just not in the segment where you operate most of the time.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right. That does sound strange. Seems strange. I said sounds strange. I'm sorry.
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock.
When he says wipes his glasses, do you picture like a calm, patient, slow gesture or a nervous, reflexive wiping?
No, I figure calm.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't check your watch?
My watch. Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take.
He looks at his watch as though noticing it for the first time. So, let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
It seems this wasn't the break you were hoping for. I think we have everything we need. Thank you for talking to us, Mr. Villedroit.
Lieutenant says, closing his notebook.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
Fuck you.
That's-
Thanks! Haha! Sorry, go ahead.
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
Chucks, you were saying?
What? Huh? I didn't say anything, did I?
Well, you meant to, but moments passed. What's Kedra?
How did you two even become friends?
You still haven't told me who he is.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I had something else in mind. Take out your dick.
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They enter negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
That's a 30 fucking year pending period, Chucks. How are you not angry?
That is a little ridiculous.
But maybe one day, buddy. Maybe one day. What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
But that doesn't tell me anything about Kedra itself. Kedra itself. Is it warm there? Cold? Something in between? Let's find out about EPIS.
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see. It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
See, I want to be mad. I really do. And I'm a little mad. But if we're being honest, if being truly honest, if I were in a position of soft power influence, I did the same fucking thing. So, hypocritical anger, here we go. Chucks, thoughts?
I have none.
Good. Option one. Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
What's on the next level? But yeah, let's find out what it stands for.
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
God fucking damn it. No, but what do the letters stand for?
Sure, fine. What is the next level you were talking about? No, let's find out what the letters stand for.
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it gonna be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol gonna be part of EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation.
30 plus years.
But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
Oh my fucking god, he chuckles gently. How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Deepwater Horizon, great movie. I love Mark Wahlberg in that. What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry, who?
The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Fucking, he looks at his watch, but he didn't look during the hanging. Chucks, it's fine. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer, he's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine. But what is his real name?
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
Defenestration. So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
Now, this is about the time when you pull out those bolt cutters, open them up, charge at his dick, and say, if you don't fucking give me his name, I'm going to cut your nuts off.
Or you take out the bag and the crowbar and you say, get in the bag. Okay.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which
He's a
arts?
truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
Is he top or bottom? God damn it. Okay. Chucks, again, this character is very well written.
I'm just enjoying the view.
The man smiles, nodding to the window through which he was quickly kicked into. What view? It's dark outside.
Isn't it rude for your friend to leave you alone like this?
Listen,
He says, raising his hand. Listen, can you smell that? Ghostbusters. What? I'm not hearing anything.
the Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
I was asking about your friend.
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass.
My friend
You're-
comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
Oh my god, I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
Thanks. I've got all I need.
A moment, officer.
Fuck you.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on. Why can't we talk later?
I'm not going anywhere. I just want you to take a look around in this apartment. I just want to take a look. I said you. I just want to take a look around this apartment.
Thanks for the heads up, but my work here is done.
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen.
He pauses.
And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
I'm done with them.
Of course. I'm sorry I couldn't be the break you were looking for. Good luck with the investigation.
Where's my gun? I need to find my gun and come back here with this motherfucker. Chucks,
Yes.
this was a memorable conversation because you felt something about this man.
Yeah, my loving hatred for him.
I was more expressive, but I'm sure you felt things. And you know what's extra haunting?
What?
You know people like this, and you know on some level you can't do anything about them. They're just gonna keep happening and having their way and talking soft and doing shit you don't agree with. And that sucks. But
Yeah.
that's our life.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that's a good place to call an episode.
That's what I was about to say. So for Grime
Jesus
Game,
fuck, In a moment. Yeah. Grime and Game, Nutchucks and Browbeat, speak bureaucrat to Defenestrator Man.
I really just want to throw him out the window now.
Yeah.
The defenestration of Revachol. Bye. All right, till next time, guys.